What's up and welcome to this video. In this video today, I want to talk about perspective and how to change your perspective so that things don't block you, but rather empower you. All right. One big thing that I see at this very moment is just a lot of people who are just whining and complaining and well, just pretty much see the bad thing in everything. All right. And they act like little divas. And I'm talking to men right now. Grown men whining and bitching and complaining and acting like little divas. All right? Snowflakes, cupcakes. Like, I don't get it. Especially, during the year, almost like 8 to 9 months of the year, I live in Ghana, West Africa. All right? And then 3 to 4 months, most usually in the summertime, I come to the West. Germany, Switzerland, maybe the US, all right? And the crazy thing, every time I come to any major city in the West, beggars are like, it's crazy, it's just crazy. Beggars are approaching me every single time. Like once you step your foot into any major city in the West, you have beggars left and right. And a lot of these beggars are 20 years old or in their 30s. And I don't understand. In Ghana, if you compare the amount of beggars in any major city in the West, you won't find them in Accra, like in the capital of Ghana, West Africa, where the average salary is probably like $200 or $300, all right, a month. A poor country, a third world country, but there are less beggars than if you come to the West, where you got welfare and all these social benefits. Like, what is happening? What's wrong with society? Like, what is this? That's a mental issue. In Ghana, if I go to Accra, if I drive anywhere, right, there are some stoplights where you have street sellers, like they're selling all kinds of things. They sell bread, they sell gadgets, they sell paintings, they sell dogs sometimes, like everything you can get on the road, basically. All right? Some of them have no legs and they roll on a skateboard selling you things. Let me repeat that, all right? They don't have legs. Like, let's say, from knee down, there are no legs, all right? From knee to foot, it's gone. So what do? They are on a fucking skateboard trying to make a living. And now here you are in the West, where there's welfare, where there's running water everywhere, where there's electricity all the time. Here, electricity can go from one instant to another. It might just go, all right? It's not as bad as it was, but it can still go. And in a month, once or twice, or even more times, depending on which area you live, the electricity just gets cut off, maybe for a few hours, or maybe for a day. All right? We in the West, like, we are so spoiled that we complain about the dumbest shit. And not even talking about the beggars, right? But I just wanted to put that in perspective. Like, how is it possible that you come to a third world country and you have less beggars and you have people on skateboards because they don't have legs trying to make a living, and at the same time, somebody in the West will call off because his head hurts or because of any other simple reason. Like, for the dumbest shit, people staying home, people I can't work. Oh, my work and life balance. Work and life balance. If I don't sleep 8 hours a day, then I cannot. Shut up, man. How soft can we become? And it's just a thing that I observe. People need problems. Like, people want problems. People want something to complain about. So even if they don't have real problems, because if you compare the problems that we have in the West to the problems that we might have here in Ghana or in African countries or in third world countries or maybe in a war zone, do you think anyone in a war zone it's just ridiculous? And that's why I want you to change your perspective. Whenever you think life is not fair to you and you become less productive, like, have that feeling if you want. Sometimes life ain't fair. It doesn't matter where you live. It happens. But guess what? You're not the only one. And guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody freaking cares, all right? So you have to change your perspective. While you are complaining about you can't get the latest iPhone or you can get the latest this, or man, I wish to have a Lamborghini, people dying of hunger. Can you put that into perspective, please? Like, do you understand that probably 95% of your problems are not real problems, or 90%? And the problems that you have, all right, deal with it. People dying every day. They are starving, they get sick, and they don't have the proper medication or like the proper treatment. There is so much shit going on in the world. And especially you, especially us. If you are able to watch this on YouTube, then most likely you are already better off than half of the world. So be aware of how good your life really is. Whenever it comes up again that your life is not fair, that, oh, it's so hard, or poor you, just think about the people who really have problems, who really suffer. Like, our standard in the West is so high, it's just hard to even find the right words. Because once you start traveling and see the world and see different parts of the world, it really gives you another perspective, where there are people who don't have a fridge, who might not have a stove, who fight for the basic things, like that, all the things that are like our norm, that things that we don't even have to think about it. Water, like I'm talking about the pipe water, so that running water in your house. These are things that we take for granted, but they are not granted everywhere. It is normal that the water doesn't run 24/7, like it doesn't run day by day by day by day. Hot showers, most people here, they don't have the option of hot or cold water. All right, unless they heat the water in the kettle. So there are so many things that we take for granted, and we are not even aware of how lucky we are. Like, we are just so entitled to things. It's crazy. And to think that your life sucks so hard, like, oh, everything is so bad. I know you don't live in a third world country, most likely, or you're not in that situation. But have that, like, just have it in the back of your mind. Whenever you think your life sucks, there are millions, if not billions of people who have it harder than you, who would kill to be in the position that you are in, or who would trade everything that they have right now to change position with you. Become aware of that. And you have that opportunity. You were born with this opportunity. You were basically born with a silver spoon. When you were born in the West, you were born with a silver spoon. So it is your duty, your responsibility to make the best out of it. Because if you waste your potential, if you waste all the things you were given already, like you have everything, now make use out of it. Because it's disrespectful to the people who would do everything to change the position with you. And if you don't use it, you're just wasting the space. Your basic life that you complain about is the dream life of someone else. So treat it like that. Be grateful for what you have. and use that foundation that you own to raise and to become the best version of yourself. And then you might be able to change other people's life and inspire people to also become the best version of themselves, so that we all grow as a whole. So stop complaining, stop the whining, stop the bitching. You are at a good place. You are doing just fine. It's all about you now. It's about you to step up your own game. But the circumstances that you're in most likely are better than 50% of the rest of the world. So just be grateful for what you have and be thankful to be in that position that you are in. Stop complaining. And now, if this was of any value to you, please like and subscribe. And if you know anyone who should also listen to this message, then please share this video. And now let's get to work.